Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, you've probably noticed that the AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. And no team is feeling that pressure more than the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially as they look to build on their promising 2023 season. But one of the more intriguing stories that's been bubbling up involves the Steelers and a potential trade target that could significantly impact their passing game, wide receiver Trey Palmer. And trust me, this isn't just some rumor. There's real talk happening around the league that Pittsburgh might be eyeing the speedster from LSU as a way to bolster their receiving core. So let's talk about why this makes sense and what it could mean for the Steelers. First of all, if you're not familiar with Trey Palmer, he's a guy who's been quietly making waves since his college days. Drafted in the 6th round of the 2023 NFL Draft, Palmer hails from LSU, a school known for producing top-tier NFL talent. Back in college, he was part of a loaded Tigers team that included future NFL stars like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Imagine that this guy was surrounded by elite talent, yet he managed to carve out his own space with his blazing speed and big play ability. At the NFL Combine, he ran an incredible 4.33-second 40-yard dash, showcasing his top-end speed that defenses absolutely fear. That kind of speed can stretch the field, force safeties back, and open up opportunities for any offense he joins. Now, it's important to point out that Palmer's statistical production in the NFL hasn't exactly blown anyone away yet. As a rookie, he didn't put up eye-popping numbers, but that's often the case with players who are still finding their footing and adjusting to the speed of the league. What's promising, however, is his hands and his ability to consistently make plays. He's shown reliable catching skills, and aside from a few fumbling issues early in his rookie year, he's been pretty secure with the ball in 2024. And with the Steelers needing to add some depth and explosiveness to their wide receiver room, Palmer could be a perfect fit. Pittsburgh's current receiver situation is interesting. They have some solid veterans, of course, but they're also looking for that next dynamic playmaker who can take the top off defenses. George Pickens has shown flashes of brilliance, but with his recent injury history, there's always a question mark about consistency and durability. Deontay Johnson is a reliable target, but the team has been craving a true speed threat who can change the game with one catch. And that's where Palmer could step in and provide a significant upgrade. His ability to burn past defenders combined with his hands makes him a potential game changer for the Steelers' offense. And let's not forget, the Steelers have a history of finding gems late in the draft and in undrafted free agency. Just last year, they picked up Bucky Irving in the 4th round, and he's already making an impact. That kind of talent evaluation and development is what keeps Pittsburgh competitive year after year. If they can acquire a player like Palmer for a mid-round pick, it could be a steal, especially considering the Buccaneers are likely to be open to moving him. Tampa Bay is currently in a bit of a rebuild mode, and with their crowded receiver room, Palmer might not even be a priority anymore. They've also been known to trade draft capital for proven or promising talent, so a trade could be mutually beneficial. Now, speaking of the Buccaneers, their receiver situation is also worth noting. With the team drafting rookies like Emeka Egbuka and expecting Chris Godwin back from injury, they're certainly not hurting for talent at receiver. But they do have a crowded room, and that's making it tough for some guys to get consistent playing time. Jalen McMillan has been emerging, and Mike Evans remains a top-tier target, but the Bucs could be looking to shed some cap or roster space by moving on from players like Palmer, especially if a decent draft pick can be involved. For Tampa Bay, trading Palmer for a pick in the 4th to 6th round makes a lot of sense. It allows them to add draft capital, which they love, and clear the way for their newer receivers to get more reps. And what about the Steelers? Well, their mindset is pretty clear. They want to build a balanced, explosive offense that can keep pace with the best teams in the league. Kenny Pickett has shown flashes of brilliance and is poised to take a big step forward if he gets more weapons. Adding someone like Palmer could be just the spark needed to elevate Pittsburgh's passing game. It would give them that deep threat, someone who can turn a short pass into a big gain and keep defenses honest. Plus, with the Steelers' emphasis on strong offensive line play and a balanced attack, a speedy receiver like Palmer can stretch the field and create more space for Najee Harris and the running game. In terms of the bigger picture, this potential move also highlights the Steelers' ongoing strategy of building through smart trades and drafting well. They're always looking for hidden gems and under-the-radar talents who can step up when needed. And given their recent success in developing young players, it's easy to see how Palmer could fit into that mold. If he joins the Steelers, he would get a good environment to develop and prove himself further, especially with a coaching staff that's known for developing receivers. So what should Steelers fans be thinking right now? Well, it's an exciting prospect, isn't it? A player with Palmer's speed and potential coming into the fold could really change the complexion of the offense. It's a move that makes sense from a roster perspective, and it fits the Steelers' mold of valuing athleticism and upside. Plus, it shows that Pittsburgh is still aggressive in trying to improve and stay competitive in a division that's only getting tougher. The Ravens are loading up, the Browns are always lurking, and the Bengals are redefining their offense with Joe Burrow at the helm. For Pittsburgh, making smart moves like this could be the key to staying ahead and making another deep playoff run. And let's not forget, the Steelers' quarterback situation is also trending upward. Kenny Pickett has shown he has the potential to be the franchise guy, but he needs more weapons, and a deep threat like Palmer could be exactly what he needs to unlock his full potential. Remember, a quarterback's best friend is often a receiver who can stretch the field and force defenses to respect the passing game. That's exactly what Palmer can do, and that's why this story is gaining so much traction. As we look ahead to the upcoming NFL season, it's clear that every move counts. The Steelers are always in the mix, always looking for ways to improve, and this potential trade for Trey Palmer fits perfectly into that puzzle. It's a move that could give them that extra edge, that little spark they need to push further into the postseason. And for all of us Steelers fans, it's an exciting time because it shows that the organization is actively working to stay competitive, to build a team that can contend for another Super Bowl. So keep your eyes on this story, folks. We'll be watching closely to see how it develops. Will the Steelers pull the trigger? Will Tampa Bay part ways with Palmer? Whatever happens, one thing is for sure, this is a move that could have ripple effects across the league and especially within our beloved AFC North. The division is hotly contested, and every little upgrade can make a difference in who ends up on top come playoff time. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Trey Palmer is the perfect addition to boost the Steelers' offense, or do you believe they should focus on other areas? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our team. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Steelers.